Well, hello and welcome to Porsche Cup Challenge Eurodivision. And we're here at Imola right now. We're just watching the normal, the open qualifying that we normally do. We've got 15 minutes of open qualifying, and you can set, you have 4 laps maximum to try and set your best time. And so right now we're 11 minutes in. A few guys are still doing their laps, and we do our open qualifying just to add a little extra spice to our league, I guess. Something you don't see in officials very much, the open qualifying, and so it's a little bit of a learned process as well, which is really exciting to learning who goes usually. Same guys go first and go out real early, and then guys like Misha Berger typically wait. Gordon Ramsay is one who's started to wait as well and wait for that open space at the end of the qualifying. And it's a little bit of a skill that you got to learn to make the proper space to get the laps that you really want. And so we just wanted to add a little bit of extra spice with the open qualifying with that. Um, so right now, we've got our qualifying going on, which leads into our 15-minute sprint race. And from our 15-minute sprint race, the finishing positions lead into our 30-minute feature. Next season, of course, we'll be doing a reverse of the top 8 finishing positions from the sprint into our feature. Really get some excitement going on. But with 15 cars on the grid here at Imola, I'm sure this is going to be a hell of a race. After having seen how Thursday went, I can't wait. I can't wait to see how this goes. The first few laps on those cold tires it's one hell of an experience. So we're gonna have to see how that goes. Just tune in and follow along with the story, and we'll be good to go. Also tossing it out there, if anyone is ever watching the broadcast and thinking, hey, I wouldn't mind being a commentator, join in the broadcast booth, let me know, and I can easily bring you in and um, we can just talk through the race together. I don't mind having buddies or anyone come in and hang out with me while we're watching an awesome race. So just tossing that out there. Looks like so far we've got Phillip Hammer throwing down the hammer. With Jurgen Frank not in this race, it's allowed Phillip to take back that P1 spot. I hope Jurgen comes back. Um, he'll probably show up next season. We'll have to see, but I'd love to have him continuingly coming back for our races. Absolutely amazing that he was able to make it out for our last week's race. Love seeing the really fast guys come out. It elevates all of our league when we get guys like that to come on out. Um, Absolutely love seeing it, and hopefully we can also get some of his speed secrets to to figure out what he's doing to go so damn fast. Right now we've got 15 seconds left in our qualifying, so there's really not much left going on. Gurkan Demir, I think, is just practicing his race starts in the cold tires and going off into the sand, and that's where you have vacation. There you go, look at that. That's perfect, right for the broadcast. Our qualifying times are now done, so let's quickly pull up our grid. We got our grid for week 11. We got Phillip Hammer in pole position, Gordon Ramsay in second, Bensa Cypher on third, Misha Berger in fourth. These guys have been battling it out all season. Thorsten Seifert in fifth, Ryan Winfeld in sixth, Gurkan Demir in seven, Barry Clayton in eight, Rob A. West Newcomer in ninth, Andrew Cole finally back in our races down in P10, Ariel Julian in P11. Winner of our last week's race, or Thursday's race, I believe it was, Rafa Casacerda, newcomer as well in 12. Alexander Wilfert in 13th, Adrian Fedorowski in 14th, and Alex Kotlowski in 15th. It's quite a grid. I'm going to have to bring this up. Let's bring up that. Right now, we're just waiting for the cars to grid. Let's see which camera angle we like the most. I don't see our... Oh, there's our flag dude. We got our flag dude off in the distance, ready to wave that flag. We just got to wait for all of our cars to show up to the grid, and then we'll be ready to go. We're not quite there yet, of course. Waiting for Gordon Ramsay, Misha Berger, Gherkin Demir, Barry Clayton. And once they grid, we'll be able to get the lights. Oh, here we go, looking just for one more car. Everyone's now on the grid. Perfect. Here we go, the lights are on. And the lights are off, and away we go. It looks like a lot of cars have gotten off cleanly. Oh, and a little bit of a bump in the very back, and that's a really unfortunate spin. We'll go over that later. Of course, not yet. There's too much action happening up front. Oh, and it looks like someone has spun around. That looked like Thorsten. I think he goosed it and had a little bit of a funny moment going off and going. Oh, and Phillip is in the lead, starting to run away with it. Everyone seems to be going through quite cleanly. Gherkin Demir's in 7th. Oh man, there's just so much action. I can't even follow. Oh my god. I can't follow. Guys, drive slower or else don't even know what to look at. Oh my. Okay. Let's head up to our leader. And right now, it looks like our leader, Phillip Hammer, is throwing down the hammer. He's starting to break away from Gordon Ramsay just a little bit in just the one lap. And he is definitely starting to put a gap on the field. Real quick, let's take a look at what's happening right here. Oh, and a car is going off. It looks like Benza Cypher has missed his braking point and gone off into the dirt. And that's definitely going to hurt him for this race. But luckily, he does have the rest of... Oh, good job. Good job yielding and letting the guy go through nice and clean. Awesome. Back up to where our closest battle is right now. Ryan Winfeld with Misha Berger. Misha Berger and Gordon Ramsay are very, very tight in our season standings right now. They're about 6, 7 points away from each other. So every position is going to matter a lot for both Gordon and Misha. And with Ryan Winfeld in the mix chasing him down, that's going to get real spicy. Misha's going to have to defend hard, make sure that he stays in that final podium position. As this current standings, or as the current season points goes right now, you do get, oh, and we got some cars making passes in the back. There must have been a slowdown. You do get more points for being on the podium. We're going to be removing that next season, and it's just one. Well, I'll make a post about it later, but it'll be 1 point per person, per position. I'm tongue-tying myself there. So real quick, let's just take a look at that pass that Gherkin Demir made. Oh, and it looks like Andrew Cole just had a slowdown. So he's serving that slowdown, going around the outside to get rid of that, and that just allowed Gherkin Demir to make up a position and get ahead. So real quick, let's take a look at the biggest movers and shakers of our evening. We got Phillip Hammer and Gordon Ramsay haven't moved any spots. Misha Berger is up 1 position. I'm going to have to guess that's from Benza Cypher going off track. We've got Ryan Winfeld up 2, Gherkin Demir up 2, Andrew Cole up 4 positions. That is incredible. We got Barry Clayton up 1, Rafa Casacerta up 4 positions. Alex Kotlowski up A lot of positions as well. 6 positions. Incredible. Alexander Wilford up 3 positions. Thorsten is down. Oh, and there we go. Just as I watch him, he had a little bit of a bobble. And that's going to bring Wilford right into the mix. Wilford's going around the outside. Looks like there may have been a slowdown for Kotlowski that he had to serve, and making an easy pass for Wilford. It's now we've got Thorsten is down 6, Benson is down 9, Rob A. West is down 5, and Ariel Julian is down 4 from, I believe, that first incident that we saw. And who is Benson following? That is Thorsten Seifert. So these two are definitely front pack driver cars, who are now battling it out for, looks like P11. So I'm really curious to see if Benson is going to try pushing his luck, making a pass, or is he going to just sit tight and let Thorsten get up to the next car and then start trying to uh, force the situation at that point. So we're going to have to follow along and see how the recovery drive of these front pack drivers, how it unfolds as we go. And it's not having a good time for Bensa Cypher, it looks like. A little bit too much throttle. He spun, goosed it, and yeah, that's not going to go so well for his season points. But he is pretty secure, luckily, in second spot for our season standings. Um, but he has a lot of work to do if he wants to get back up to the front in our future race, that's for sure. Let's look at the very front driver of our race right now. We got Phillip Hammer. Looks like he's coming up on a lapped car, so the blue flag is going to be waving for Ariel Julian. And right behind Phillip is Gordon Ramsay, of course, and Misha Berger is there as well. One little mistake from Phillip is going to lose a lot of positions. Everyone is right there, ready to pounce. The improvement of all of these guys week after week is absolutely phenomenal, and they're getting closer and closer together. And we've got a battle definitely heating up here with Gherkin Demir and Andrew Cole. Andrew Cole is directly behind. Oh, and it looks like Ben Thorsten did make a pass on Alex Kotlowski. So we'll have to. There's just so much happening, I can't even follow along. Oh man. Let's just take a quick look at how did Thorsten make a pass on. Oh, a little bit of an off track and just a nice easy pass. Just sometimes staying consistent is all you need. Even we're gonna take a look at this battle. No, he's not gonna be close enough to make an attempt at a pass. So I think we've got enough time right now to really quickly take a look at what happened at the very beginning of our race. It was not the... Okay, let's see what happened. Oh, and that's not... Um, that's just a lot of unfortunate bad luck. Looked like, I think it's Rob A. West is the driver that he... Come on, go live. There you go. Perfect. Thank you. Oh! Rob A. West got a little bit wild on that start, and it's just unfortunate circumstances. And that's it's starting in this car is definitely a challenge. It's a skill you gotta learn, and he must have been nervous as well. I gotta say, because I know this is his first race with us, so I'm gonna have to guess that he was pretty damn nervous. We've got 8 minutes in, so that means it's 6.5 minutes left in our race. Phillip has started to take a larger gap and just make it a little bit bigger every single lap. With Gordon Ramsay really not far behind. Misha Berger still in draft. Oh, Looks like Andrew Cole has also missed that braking zone, that braking point, gone off track and lost a lot of positions. Really, really unfortunate. He was doing very well. He's still in a really great spot, to be honest. He's still up 2 positions. Could have been more, but it's in a really good spot to be still. With looks like I think that's Ariel. Julian is directly behind him, but Ariel being a 1 lap down is not. He may not be making that pass. Our closest battle right now, we've got Rob A. West with Adrian Fedorowski. Rob's going up the inside into Tamburello. Into our second turn, Adrian is just conceding the corner and is going to go right in tow and try and make a pass back heading into the next set of corners. But he's too far to do it, I think. Oh, something happened. Rafa Casacerta. He's crashed. Let's take a look. How did he crash? Oh, getting a little bit wild. And there he goes. I think he towed. Nope, no tow. Car is okay. Tires maybe not so much. And away he goes. He's down a few positions after that spin. He's still up total of 2. So it didn't hurt him too much. Let's head right back up to the battle we got going on with Gordon, Misha, and Ryan. It's getting real close. Ryan is still very much in tow of Misha Berger. Gordon Ramsay has started to put a little bit of distance between him and Misha Berger, of course. And so Misha's biggest worry now is going to be the car in his rearview mirror. Looks like everyone's sort of thinned out. The packs have mostly thinned out. We haven't seen as much chaos as we saw on Thursday. A lot of these drivers keeping it on track a lot better than we saw on Thursday. We have some real great, skilled, consistent drivers. Oh, and there we go. Benza Cypher, maybe not. Just as I spoke too soon. Getting bit by the Imola bug here. Benza is still a very much capable driver. It's one hell of a tough track. We got Thorsten's made another position after his off-track and adventure earlier. He's up we were following him at 11th spot, and he's all the way up to 8th now. So that was an easy pass for Thorsten. Alexander Wilford gave him the inside. It may have had a slowdown, maybe not. But these two guys, I believe, are friends, and so it's just a bit of an understanding of, hey, you know what? Take me to the next guy. I'll sit in your draft. Of course, Thorsten is doing just that. He's made up a lot of positions. Now he's only down a total of 3 positions from where he started. Let's take a real quick look at best lap time and get a general idea of the pace of what these guys are driving. And if we look at the weather, we've got a 41 Celsius track temperature. So it's very, very similar to our public officials. Very hot track. It's got the Italian summer going on over there. Most of our drivers look like they are in the 144s, some in the 145s and 146s. Very, very good times. Everyone's very competitive out there. Not a lot of gap between one driver to the next. It looks like Thorsten is able to start driving away a little bit from Alexander Wilford. And it looks like we've got to head right back up to the front because we only have about a minute and a half, minute and 45 seconds left in our race. And of course, our our second, third, and fourth position have now closed the gaps to each other. And at the very end of this heat, so this has gotten extra spicy. I'm not sure what happened to Gordon. He may have had to serve a slowdown, and that's brought Misha Berger directly into his rear view mirror. and he's definitely now in passing range. If Misha Berger can get an excellent exit, it looks like Gordon actually absolutely nails that corner. Misha getting a little too excited, losing that rear end just at the most unfortunate time. And it's given Ryan Winfield a perfect opportunity to start thinking about making a pass on Mr. Berger. Misha's throwing that defensive line. Ryan Winfeld's going to have to go around the outside, heading into our braking zone. You can see the cars dive down under braking. Misha Berger is keeping him behind. Great, great defensive driving from Misha Berger. But of course, that's let Gordon Ramsay get further away and taken away that opportunity to get into second spot and put Gordon down in the season standings from where they're both at right now, and claw back some of those season points. This is quite a battle we got. And it looks like oh, Andrew Cole's gone off track once again. And Wilford has made up a position. Andrew Cole's gone off. He's now down one position from where he started, unfortunately. We got Phillip Hammer coming around Variante Alta for our final lap of our sprint race. Put a 5.5 second gap. We're going to have to find Jurgen Frank, make a phone call, get him back out here to solve our problem with the hammer. Well, so that we can get him back down the order in second, third, or just to get some challenge. But of course, our reverse grids next week will do that. Next season we'll do that as well. And here we see Phillip Hammer coming around the final corner, heading down that main straight, taking first position in our sprint race. Congratulations, Phillip. And here's Gordon Ramsay, Misha Berger, and Ryan Winfield coming around for 1, 2, 3, 4. Gurkin Demir coming around for P5, up 2 positions. Next will be Thorsten Seifert coming around, made up a lot of ground after his spin and off track. Alexander Wilford up a lot of positions, 6 positions, incredible. Barry Clayton looks like he's exactly where he started. We got Rafa Casacerda up 3 positions. Benza having a not so great time out there, it seems. Andrew Cole on his tail. Andrew's down 1 position. Rob A. West, of course, down positions after that funky start. Adrian Fedorowski is up 1 position. He started at the very rear. And it looks like I can bring up our results of our heat. Here we go. Is that it? Yeah, I think that is it. Heat 1 results. Yep, perfect. Can I bring up? I want to see if I can bring up the gains losses from the. No, I don't think I can, or I'll have to figure that one out another day. Right now, between our 15-minute sprint and our 30-minute feature race, we have a 1-minute break for the drivers, so it's not just a quick like, oh, just drive, just drive, just drive. Just it's a nice little break. Go get some water if you really want it. Go to the washroom, any of that. Or you could just choose to pee in your race suit if you've got that. Adult diapers, why not? Go ahead. It warms you up, warms the body. I don't know. Not that I would do that. Anyways. Um, of course, the broadcaster doesn't get a break. I gotta keep talking. So. But here we go. We're going into our feature race now. Let's bring everything up that we need. Let's take a look at our conditions on our track. Looks like we got 38 Celsius track. So it's cooled down just a little bit. It looks like the cloud cover has brought that track temperature down. Um, so that may make for some faster laps. We're gonna have to see. I'm excited to see Benza Cypher from further back, how that goes. It's going to be quite an exciting start. Um, which camera view did we like? I think is this one. Showed all the action. Or even this one. Perfect. just waiting for a few more cars to grid. They have a little bit more time to relax, get their head in the game. And I think we've got everyone, or we have a few pit starters. Oh, we've got everyone. Perfect. Here we go. Lights are going on. You hear the engines revving up. Lights are on and lights are off, and away we go. And we have a lot of mix up in the field array. A few people have messed up their starts. And a few people have absolutely nailed their starts. And so a lot is happening. We got Gordon Ramsay. How did he get there? That's not going to help him in season points. A little bit of a bump has put him off. Um, and that's not going to help him for his season points. But of course, Phillip Hammer is now in the lead again, with Misha Berger in second, Gurkan Demir in third. Ryan Winfeld is down one spot from where he started. And this is going to get real exciting at the start, or at the as we go. Looks like Alexander Wilford has gone off. I am not sure how that happened, but let's just take a real quick look at how did that happen. Oh, and it looks like Benson may have pushed him off a little bit. That may be one for the stewards, it may not be, we'll have to see. But that's a lot of hard racing going on. All these drivers, very capable drivers. It looks like Rob A. West has gone off. Probably goosed it off of the curb and just took an adventure, went for a wild ride. Here we go, coming around our last corner, heading on to the start-finish straight. This is where the excitement really begins once again. Everyone in draft. We've got Thorsten Seifer is real close to Ryan Winfeld. He's definitely going to start thinking about making a pass. Ryan Winfeld is on the inside. Thorsten is going to have to go around the outside, but he can't quite make the overlap required to get ahead. So he's going to have to think about setting that up next lap or as we go. All these cars are very much in close contact. We're in a little bit of a DRS train, yeah, well, definitely, if I do say so myself. Like, it's quite a bit of a DRS train. Everyone in draft, it's going to be hard to make a pass. So they're going to have to wait, hope that the track, that the cars spread just a little bit, or someone makes a mistake, or just get really close, get aggressive, and we'll have to see how that goes. Looks like we've got a few guys. Andrew Cole entered pit lane. I wonder what happened with that. I want to see. Look, Rob A. West went off track as well. We saw him already. He went off track quite a few times. It looks like Bensa Cipher went off track, but he's still been able to carry on. It looks like he's up from, I think he started in 10th. He's up to 9th. Andrew Cole entered pit lane. He must have had some damage or something. I have no idea why he went there, but he did. Well, it looks like our packs have mostly spread out very, very quickly. We've got a 30-minute race, and it didn't take too long for them to spread. However, up at the very front, oh, it looks like Gurkan Demir has missed his braking point, gone off track. He's going to have a slowdown for that one. And Thorsten is now able to make that pass. I'm sure that Gurkan is going to let him go because of that slowdown. Oh, maybe not. Maybe he doesn't have a slowdown in the serve, and now he's just battling it out. Look at this. This is absolutely wild. Thorsten Cipher trying to figure out how to get around this car. With Rafa Casacerda directly in tow, and Ariel Julian is within striking range as well. And that is the mix-up that I was saying earlier that the drivers up in that front pack were hoping would happen. And Imola did not disappoint in the slightest. One missed braking point. These cars being a totally a challenge to drive. The Porsche Cup Challenge is that's why we use that name. No ABS, no traction control. This is an all-driver car. I guarantee if you drive this car for an entire season with us, you're going to become a much better driver by the end of it. Your racecraft, your skills, everything. And I guarantee you can go into any car and be fast. And that's what this car, what this league actually does offer. I feel very strongly that that's right there for us, for anyone who wants to participate in our league. Here we go with Gherkin Demir has started to break away a little bit from Thorsten, taking that pressure off of him. But now we've got Rafa Casacerda is closing in on Thorsten. Ariel was our race winner for Thursday, and he's now in 7th position for this race. He's in a real good spot. Oh, and we got Barry Clayton is being chased by Ben's Cypher. A little bit of a bobble, and that's given Bensa the chance to go up around the outside. Does he make it work? And he can. Oh, that's a lot more distance to cover, and he was able to make it work. And he's able. And now they're basically drag race up the hill, heading into the next corner. He's gonna have to. Oh, and it looks like Barry does just concede the position, go right in behind, that just nice and tucked in, and he's gonna let Bensa carry him forward. Very beautiful pass from Bensa Cypher going around the outside. That is not an easy move to make. It's a lot more distance that you have to cover, and making that work, that's absolutely beautiful. We've got Misha Berger is now 3.5 seconds away from Phillip. Phillip has dropped the hammer once again. So he doesn't have too much to worry about, it's looking like, up in the lead. He's just got to manage his own thoughts, manage his own pace, and of course, Phillip sets the purple lap of our evening at 1:43.4. That is 1.2 seconds, 1.3 seconds quicker than the next guys behind him. So that is that's quite a lap, I gotta say. So we've got. Looks like Ryan Winfeld and Misha Berger are once again right next to each other in our feature race. And they have Gherkin Demir is 2 seconds back, so he's really not that far back after that giant mix-up of this pack with that braking zone area and going through the sand. He's definitely within striking range to get right back into this battle if he can put some serious good laps in. Then get a little bit of that draft back, and he'll be right with them once again. But of course, Thorsten Cypher is coming in real hot on Gherkin Demir's tail. So it may not be as simple as that for Gherkin and his race. Thorsten is definitely gaining back on Gherkin. And with this giant straightaway coming up, it's going to give an opportunity to get even closer. Let's see how much time is gained down this straightaway. So Thorsten had about 9.5 tenths at the very beginning. There's 2 tenths gained, about 2 tenths gained to 3 tenths gained. And of course, you gotta be real careful entering that braking zone. You have a lot more speed. It's pretty tricky to go into that corner or any corner with that much extra speed into your braking zone. And it can almost throw off your braking zone and slow you down, as I think we just saw there with Thorsten Cypher. Ryan Winfield is really, really close. Gurkin Demir has started to close that gap as well. This battle is going to get real exciting. I'm going to start cycling through our field. It looks like Rafa Casacerda, his first race with us, is up in a very admirable 6th position in our feature race. He's up 3 positions from where he started in our feature race. So he's up 3 positions. Ariel Julian is having much better luck in our feature. He's up 7 positions to be in 7th spot. Benza Cypher is up 2 spots from where he started, so he's on a recovery drive as well. We got Barry Clayton with Gordon Ramsay directly behind. Gordon Ramsay is down a lot of positions. We have to take a look still at what happened to Gordon at that race start. He must have burned his tires up, and oh no! Gordon was able to save the car just enough. It looks like Benza has also gone around into the wall. Gordon able to save the car just enough to not punt Barry Clayton off the track. That is beautiful sportsmanship. Thank you, Gordon, for care. That's we love to see that in our league when you care enough to not destroy someone else's race, and that is why we league race. And here we go with Benza and Gordon. Not Oh, Gordon trying to gain that overlap, and here we go. A little bit of a interesting move. It worked, but maybe not. I don't know. We'll have to see. It looks like Misha Berger is now behind Ryan Winfield. I'm not sure what happened there. There may have been a slowdown for Misha Berger, and he's just doing a quickie position swap, and then he's going to try and take it back and try and gain as many points as he can, of course, for his season standings to get ahead of Gordon Ramsay in the season tally. Here we go, heading into Variante Alta, I believe that's how you say it, but Gurkin Demir is now right behind Thorsten Seifert, directly behind as well. This is going to very quickly become a 4-car battle. Oh, sorry about that. This is going to very quickly become a 4-car battle, I guarantee it. We have 18 minutes left. It's a lot of time for absolutely anything to happen, of course. Look at Misha Berger getting a great exit. Looks like Ryan Winfield just getting an even better one out of that final corner, heading on to our main straight. I don't think Misha Berger is going to be able to get up alongside the blue car here of, what number is Ryan Winfield? Looks like 53. My glasses work. I can read. I can read a car number. I can count by 2s and tie my shoes. We got Ariel Julian has caught up to Rafa Casacerda and got an excellent exit. Looks like Rafa is just allowing Ariel to get by, just taking it easy, and he's just gonna um, follow in tow of Ariel Julian. Oh, and we've got, oh no, something happened. We're gonna have to take a real quick replay. I definitely gotta see what happened. Oh, it looks like a little bit of a lockup, and Misha Berger's patience and just being on his tail has just psyched out Ryan Winfield enough that he locked up, went off the track, and now he's down 4th, and that's taken a lot of pressure off of Misha Berger to be up in 2nd spot once again, going through this chicane. Gurkin Demir directly behind, and now Misha's goal is going to be trying to get away from Gurkin Demir, getting that draft away, and hope that Ryan Winfield and Thorsten Seifert start trying to make a move on Gherkin, start slowing him down so that Misha Berger can get away. So let's see if they all behave. That now we're coming on to that start-finish straight. Let's see if they all choose to behave, or do they start trying to bring out the knife fight. Don't believe any of them are going to be close enough to make a pass, but they're going to have to start thinking about it, I'm sure, if they want to get up ahead. Looks like Ariel Julian and Rafa Casacerda have swapped positions once again. Something happened there. Barry Clayton, I'm seeing, is also has crashed. Let's just take a look at what happened there. Here's Barry Clayton coming around that final turn, and That's not too bad, to be honest. At least he's able to carry on. At least he's able to carry on. Also, I want to take a look at Rafa did get by. Oh, yeah, that would explain it. That would explain everything. So heading right back up to our front pack, Phillip Hammer having a great race, a boring race, I gotta say, but a great race as well. Exciting all at the same, boring and exciting all at the same time. Absolutely perfect apex to apex, corner to apex to everything. Like it's just everything is flowing. He's having a real great time up in that lead. Misha Berger's having the sensation, I'm sure, of the all that pressure on his shoulders. He's got 4 cars. Oh, it looks like Thorsten has fallen behind a little bit. He must have had a slow down. But Misha Berger's got all of that pressure on his shoulders, on his back right now of these 2 cars of Kirk and Demir and Ryan Winfield. Very competent drivers, these guys. So that's not an easy task, and it can hopefully not going to get to his head. We have 14 minutes remaining in our race. Here we go with Gordon Ramsay and Ben Seifert going down the start-finish line. Let's see how this goes. Ariel Julian looks like he's made it past Rafa once again. But right now, we're following along with Gordon and Bensa, who had the interesting situation on turn 2 last lap. So let's see how this goes. If Bensa's going to try and make a pass and get ahead of Gordon. Bensa's definitely within striking range, but he's choosing to be relaxed, it's looking like. Stay behind and see if he can pick his fight. Definitely had a significantly better exit. Here comes the over-under. Is this the over-under? Not quite. Gordon's in that defensive line, um, blocking fairly, of course. Bensa from able to make a pass. The over-under didn't quite work out. Here we go. This is quite an impressive battle between these 2 cars. This is not the first time that these guys have been together on track in this tight type of situation. So these guys both know each other very, very well in this kind of way. Heading into our Variante Alta, the jump chicanes. Lovely, lovely jump chicanes. Let's follow along with these guys coming along that start-finish straight. Ryan Winfield is very, very, very close to Gurkan Demir. Is he thinking about making a pass? I think he's not gonna do it. He's gonna sit back. Oh, and it looks like something has happened between these 2 drivers. That's definitely an interesting situation. And that may be one for the stewards. That's someone needed to go to the bathroom and he just had to head into the pits. He said, I want to take a buddy with me. You know, you got to use the buddy system. But anyways, back right up to the front with Misha Berger, Gurkan Demir, Ryan Winfeld, and this pack has closed up together. We've got them all very, very close together. We got 11 minutes remaining. Phillip Hammer is now 10 seconds, a wild 10 seconds ahead of this pack. Most of our pack has spread out, I should say. Thorsten Seifert has lost that group. Ariel Julian is up 8 positions into 6th. Rafa is in 7th position, up 2 spots from where he started. Barry Clayton coming around that corner, the jumps right there, right where he started. Rob A. West is up 3 spots. Looks like Alexander Wilford, after that little bit of a bump that we had, I believe it was with Bensa, Is down 3 spots, but he's toughing it out. He's not giving up. He's still out there driving. Uh, Bensa Cyphers in 11th, now ahead of Gordon Ramsay. Um, we got Andrew Cole, I think, is just out. He had a crash. Something happened. We're going to take a look at that, actually. Oh, he just entered pit lane. Here we go. Here's what happened to Andrew Cole. Oh, he just went into the pits. Maybe he had to... No. He actually, yeah, he just went all the way to the... Something happened. Maybe he hit a wall and had a meatball and he just gave up. We'll find out later and we'll let everyone know, I'm sure. Or he'll tell us. Of course, in our Discord, we may find out then. Right back to where it's the most exciting. We got Misha Berger, Gherkin Demir, Ryan Winfield all still together. Thorsten Seifert has had that gap open up just a little bit more from him to the back of that pack. Ariel Julian is, let's see, 11 seconds to Mr. Seifert. Oh, and someone's lost their hood. Let's see, Rafa Casacerda crashed. Let's see, how did that happen? Or did we already watch this? Nope. Oh, that's gotta hurt. But able to carry on, fortunately. Look at that. Got bumped right back out onto the track. That's bloody brilliant, eh? However, he's now got a quite damaged car, but holding on strong for P7. Rob A. West looks like he's having a much better race this time, up 3 spots. He's gone off track a little bit, it looks like in my logs, but up 3 spots and having a much better race than that sprint feature with our double race format of sprint then feature. Gives a lot of opportunity to basically recover the bad drive you may have had. You're not going to gain as many season points if you make that mistake and you're at the back of the pack, but at least you can get right back up and recover some points that you lost if, of course, you're capable of doing that or you have the fortune to make it happen. As we saw, it's definitely a challenge to do that. Benson and Gordon having a tough time doing that. We still have to take a look at that race start of how everyone passed Gordon. I want to take a look at that right now. I think Gordon just had a bad start. Yep, a little too much tires, and Gordon was just, he made himself an unfortunate pylon. He got passed by a lot of cars, and that is exactly how Gordon, and then the defensive line from the car ahead, not allowing Gordon to get by. And there was that race start. We've got 6.5 minutes remaining. Here we go with Phillip Hammer in the lead. We got Bensa Cyphers directly behind him, but of course he's a lap down, so it's not going to matter all the same. If anyone's watching our stream live, let me know who your favorite driver is. I can give you a shout out to them for you. And yeah. And at this point in time, I may as well also mention the that if you have an Amazon Prime membership, to please subscribe with your Amazon Prime to our channel. Every little bit helps. It's going to be helping fund all of our cash payouts. And all our league sessions and expenses. The more Amazon Prime memberships we get subscribing to our league channel, the more money can be given out at the end of the season for finishing positions. Right now, this season, we're basically self-funding or like funding ourselves the cash payouts, and we'd like to move towards like a little bit less, but yeah, every little bit helps. It helps keep the league running. It keeps the costs down for us as the admin team. And yeah, like I said, the more we get, the higher the cash payouts for you guys as drivers. 5 minutes remaining in our race. This is our closest battle right now with Misha Berger, Gurkan Demir, and Ryan Winfeld. They are not letting each other go at all. Heading into I want to pull up the names of these corners. I can never remember them. I know them by number, but not quite by name. The only one I remember always is Aqua Minerale, if I'm even saying that right. I gotta get my Italian on. So here we go. This is Variante Alta. I gotta get Misha to explain the paint scheme on his car one day. That's definitely wild. I don't know if he did that one himself or not, but that is one wild paint job. Coming around Rivazza, heading onto our start-finish line straight. Gurkan Demir is not close enough to make a move on Mr. Berger, but having that draft is going to bring him much, much closer together so that he could maybe think about making a move. Let's see how this goes. Heading into the braking zone, the cars dive and start to turn in. And it looks like Gurkan Demir is able to take advantage of that draft. But Misha Berger having just an excellent, excellent launch out of that, out of those corners. I don't think you would call that a chicane exactly, or is it? I don't know. Let's ride along with Ryan Winfeld getting really close. Looks like Gurkan Demir may have had a little bit of a slip up, and a gap has been created, and it's given Ryan an opportunity to start getting right up on the bumper of Gurkan Demir. Heading into one of the most highest potential passing zones. Oh, and Gurkan Demir getting a little bit wild, but Ryan not able to make it use of that. Heading into this braking zone. You can see how much these cars actually jump those curbs. And it looks like Misha Berger has started to make his breakaway from this pack and has started to add a lot of comfort into his race. Just that long-term focus Misha Berger has had all race long, just to keep it straight and consistent and fast, and it's all paying off right now. Of course, not to the same level of Mr. Phillip Hammer, but second position, you know what? That's a good spot to be. It looks like Gurkan Demir, who's in our final podium position, has now got a lot to worry about with Ryan Winfeld in his rearview mirror. Misha Berger getting an excellent exit out of that corner, out of Tamburello. How would you say that? I gotta work on my Italian. Tamburello. Yeah, this is the problem I've got being North American. We don't learn many different languages here. All the European drivers, all the European people learning how many different languages before they're 6 years old, it really helps, I gotta say. I didn't have that advantage, so a little bit of a challenge for me with all these funny words, and sometimes some of your guys' names. I'm not gonna lie. Ryan Winfeld's closer than he's ever been to Gurkan Demir, but having to back off just a little bit just to stay safe. And it looks like Misha Berger's really definitely broken away from the cars behind. We're going to have one more lap to go. Phillip Hammer's coming around that last corner. Ravazza heading towards that start-finish line with 30 seconds left. So he's going to trigger one more lap. And we are now heading towards our last lap of the race. Heading down our start-finish straight. Looks like Gurkin Demir got an excellent launch out of that final corner. Not allowing Ryan Winfeld to get up alongside him, I'm going to have to say. I don't think he can get there in time before the braking zone. And no, he was not able to make it. Not quite. So these two are going to have to bow out, and this is the last lap. Ryan's going to have to start thinking about how is he going to make this happen. He only has one lap to go, only about 12 more corners. And if he can just get an excellent exit just as he did, is it enough to get up alongside? And no, it's not. Oh, and he locks a tire going a little bit wide, and that's going to hurt his chances. I don't think he's going to be able to get up alongside once again. Thorsten Seifert is in 5th position. He's up one spot. We got Ariel Julian up a lot of spots in 6th. We got Rafa still carrying on. He's real trooper, just keeping it going. We got Barry Clayton. I believe he was the car that spun and recovered on the straight. Rob A. West had a much better race than last. In the feature, Alexander Wilford just keeping it going. Bence Cipher just trying to finish the race, get as many points as he can. So we're going to have to follow along with Phillip Hammer coming around that final corner, down the start-finish line, crossing that line in first. Congratulations for throwing down the hammer once again. With Misha Berger in second, he created that gap. He's stayed consistent. Amazing drive for Misha Berger. Gurkin Demir up 2 spots to finish in 3rd with Ryan Winfeld in 4th spot. What a great drive from those guys. Thorsten Seifert coming across that finish line in 5th spot right now. Ariel Julian coming across in 6th spot. Rafa Casacerda coming across in 7th spot. Very great drive for his first race with us. Good job from Rafa Casacerda. Barry Clayton coming across in 8th spot. The heads up 7-up car. Got Rob A. West first drive with us as well. Had in 9th position. Alexander Wilford's got a little bit more way to go. He's now coming into that downhill braking zone of Ravazza. And the rest of the cars after looks like they're out of the race from just misfortune and whatever else may have happened. And here we go with Alexander Wilford coming across this start-finish line now. And I'll be able to pull up the final positions. Yeah, and there we go. And here's our final results, and we can see how far everyone was away from each other. And Imola being a skill track, compared to what we were racing earlier, it's and also just the the toughness of it. It's hard to stay focused for 30 minutes. And so here we've got Phillip Hammer in the lead, 13 seconds ahead of Misha Berger, and Gurkin Demir is directly behind that with Ryan Winfeld, Thorsten Seifert, Ariel Julian, Rafa Casacerda, Barry Clayton, Rob A. West, Alexander Wilford, Benza Seifert, Gordon Ramsay, Andrew Cole, Adrian Fedorowski, and Alex Kotlowski. And if you stick around long enough, I'm going to be adding our season points, adding that up and seeing where everyone stands. So just stick around and it'll show up very shortly. And yeah, and have a good evening, everyone, and hope you sleep well. And yeah, I enjoyed that race. I hope you did too. Have a good night, guys.